Hello, Recapers! Today's movie starts with Lily Bloom, once known as Serena in a different world, returns to her family home under a heavy cloud. Her sister Jenny greets her with tear-stained cheeks, mourning the loss of their father, Andrew. Lily embraces her gently, offering quiet words of comfort. She drifts upstairs to her old bedroom, a place frozen in time. Dusty keepsakes and fading posters line the walls, ghosts of her childhood. She sits on the edge of the bed, lost in memories that feel both distant and painfully fresh. A knock on the door pulls her back. Jenny enters, asking if Lily finished writing the eulogy. Lily, with a sarcastic grin, calls it her greatest work yet. At the funeral, all eyes fall on her as she steps to the podium. She unfolds a crumpled napkin, blank. She stares at it, then at her mother, and after a moment's hesitation, mumbles an apology before walking out. She drives aimlessly until she ends up on a deserted rooftop, staring out over the city, napkin in hand. She barely notices the sound of someone arriving, until a man named Riley bursts in, nervous and loud. When he admits he's a neurosurgeon, Lily bursts out laughing, unable to help herself. Blushing, she awkwardly introduces herself, stumbling over the irony of her full name, Lily Blossom Bloom, and the fact that she plans to open a flower shop. Riley laughs, clearly entertained, and the two begin to drop their guards. The rooftop becomes less of a hiding place and more of a quiet space for honesty. Their banter shifts into something bolder. Riley flirts, testing the waters. But Lily keeps things real. She shares that she lost her virginity to a guy in high school who didn't have a permanent home. "I don't say homeless," she clarifies. "He was just displaced." She follows that up unapologetically. "I'm not into casual flings. I'm not the girl you save in your contacts. I'm the one you introduced to your mother," she says with a proud little shrug. Just as Riley leans in, ready to kiss her, his phone buzzes. An emergency. He has to go. They part with half smiles, unsure if this was fate or a missed moment. Flashback. Young Lily watches Atlas rummaging through the trash. Their eyes meet as her bus pulls away. That evening, Lily quietly leaves a meal outside the building, where Atlas has been crashing. On the bus ride, he opens up. His family life is a mess, and he's been on his own for a while. Lily, feeling for him, invites him over while her parents are out. She offers him a hot shower, clean clothes from her dad's closet, and a small moment of peace. The mix of warmth, comfort, and unexpected company sparks a quiet connection between them. In the present, Lily unlocks her newly rented shop, ready to begin her floral venture. While assessing the chaos, a bold woman named Elisa walks in, drawn by the "Help Wanted" sign. Despite confessing she hates flowers, her charm wins Lily over, and she gets hired on the spot. Needing more hands, Elisa calls her husband, who shows up with his brother. Two guys in onesies. Meet Marshall and Riley. When Lily and Riley lock eyes again, the energy between them shifts. Playful but unsure. They exchange a knowing smile and a slightly clumsy, "So we meet again." The last time they saw each other was on that rooftop, and neither has quite forgotten. Marshall, ever the social spark, invites them to join him for drinks and bowling. Over cocktails and crashing pins, Riley confesses he used to stop by the rooftop after work, hoping she'd be there. The moment lingers. He leans in, attempting to bridge the space between friendship and something more. But Lily gently draws the boundary. "Let's just keep it light," she says, keeping the mood steady. Later, as the night winds down, Riley offers to walk her home. Along the way, he blurts, "I haven't stopped thinking about you." He leans in. Classic move. One kiss. And this time, Lily doesn't stop him. The kiss is slow, electric, impossible to ignore. But afterward, with a smirk, Lily tells him she's got it from here and walks herself home. Memory. Young Lily and Atlas tend to the garden. Atlas mentions hearing her dad yelling again. She shrugs, used to it. He says nothing, just wraps her in a quiet hug. Back in the present, at Elisa's birthday party, Lily sees Riley laughing with another girl. She steps away casually, but he notices, and without hesitation, follows her. After the party, Lily ends up at Riley's place, where things quickly get heated. As they fall into a kiss that feels like it's been waiting to happen, Lily pulls away just long enough to set her boundary. No sleepovers of the intimate kind unless they're in an actual relationship. Riley doesn't push. Instead, he changes into his pajamas, hands her something comfortable to wear, and they settle in side by side, the tension replaced by quiet closeness. The next morning, Elisa shows up unexpectedly. Clocking Lily in Riley's t-shirt within seconds, she raises a teasing eyebrow. Then her voice drops as she warns Lily not to get too attached. "Riley's not exactly known for staying put," she says. "Girls come and go like shift changes." Later, Riley surprises Lily by asking her to be his girlfriend for real. She agrees. A few dates in, her walls begin to fall. One evening, back at his place, they finally take that step together. The next morning, Lily mentions dinner with her visiting mom. Riley asks to join. He wants to meet the woman who raised someone he's falling in love with. Shocked, Lily says it back and slips him a journal before he heads out. While getting dressed, Lily catches a glimpse of the small heart tattoo resting just below her collarbone. The sight tugs her back into a memory. Atlas sitting beside her with a soft smile, handing her a tiny wooden heart he'd carved himself from an old oak tree. She remembers the warmth of his hand in hers, the quiet moment they shared, until whispers from the back of the school bus sliced through the calm. A group of girls were loudly gossiping, mocking Atlas for being the kid with no address, making cruel jokes about how he probably smelled. Without a second thought, Lily stood up, pulled Atlas with her, and kissed him in front of the entire bus. The students erupted with cheers, and Lily topped it off by flipping off the queen bee of the bunch, with zero shame. Later at home, Atlas asked if she did it to prove a point or because she meant it. Lily smiled, admitting it was definitely what she wanted, and kissed him again. Now, years later, as she dines with Riley and her mother, the past crashes into the present. Their waiter walks up, and it's Atlas. Their eyes lock. Time freezes, as Lily's eyes linger on him from across the restaurant. A wave of old emotions crashes over her. Her mind flashes back to a night from her teenage years. Atlas had told her he planned to head to Boston after completing his service with the Marines. The conversation turned tender, charged with emotion, and one kiss led to another, until the night ended with Lily giving herself to him for the first time. The memory jolts her back to the present. She excuses herself and walks to the restroom to clear her head, only to come face to face with Atlas in the hallway. They share a brief, heartfelt catch-up. Atlas asks who she's with, and Lily mentions Riley. When she asks about his love life, he tells her he's seeing someone named Cassie. Before parting, Lily tells him he can find her at her new flower shop, if he ever wants to drop by. Later, Lily and Riley meet up with Elisa and Marshall at a bar. When Marshall orders water for Elisa instead of her usual cocktail, he accidentally reveals the big news they're expecting. A round of celebration follows. That night, Riley's in the kitchen making a frittata to mark a big surgery he has the next day. When he notices Lily's heart tattoo, he asks about it. She downplays it as a silly high school mistake. Mid-conversation, the frittata begins to burn. In the chaos, Riley grabs the pan with his bare hand and yelps, burning himself instantly. In the middle of the kitchen chaos, Riley accidentally elbows Lily in the face while reaching for the burning frittata. She stumbles, knocking into him, and he ends up falling onto a pile of broken glass, slicing his hand open. Both are in shock, especially Lily, who knows he has surgery the next day. They scramble to clean up, overwhelmed with apologies, guilt, and concern. Later, they head to the rooftop of Atlas's restaurant to meet Elisa and Marshall. Lily tries her best to hide the black eye, but the makeup can't fully mask it. While they manage to brush off the incident as a clumsy accident, Atlas catches a glimpse of Riley's injured hand and Lily's bruised face. Suspicion flickers in his expression before he abruptly walks away. Lily follows him and is met with immediate confrontation. She insists Riley didn't mean to hurt her, but when Riley joins them, the tension explodes. The two men clash in a heated argument, drawing a crowd. Atlas finally yells at Riley to leave his restaurant. Lily hurries after Riley, trying to explain the conversation she had with Atlas in the restroom. Riley, clearly shaken, lets a few tears fall as he tells her, "It's fine if you talk to anyone, just not Atlas." His vulnerability catches Lily off guard. She gently pulls him into a hug, presses a kiss to his lips, and assures him, "I'm here. I'm yours." A memory surfaces. Lily and Atlas lying together for the first time, wrapped in soft blankets and emotions. Their moment is shattered when Andrew begins banging on the door. He storms in violently, dragging Atlas out and beating him so severely that he ends up in the hospital. In the present, Atlas drops by Lily's flower shop to apologize for his outburst. He admits he tried to stop by earlier, but every time he saw Riley there, he left. Before leaving, he slips Lily a card with his phone number, in case you ever need anything. That night, Lily opens up to Riley about her father's violent past. It hits him hard. After a raw, emotional talk, They reconnect deeply. Soon, Elisa gives birth. In the hospital room, Riley suddenly proposes to Lily, while a sea of warning signs quietly waves in the background. Lily says yes, and the two quickly tie the knot in a quiet whirlwind ceremony. Not long after, Jenny calls, her voice laced with disappointment. She's hurt she wasn't invited. Before Lily can respond, a loud crash comes from the other room. She rushes in to find Riley standing over a shattered lamp, Atlas's card clenched in his fist, his face twisted with rage. Lily tries to de-escalate, explaining the card meant nothing, but Riley's fury spirals. When she blocks him from storming out, he shoves her. Hard. So hard she tumbles down the stairs and blacks out. She wakes up dazed, her head aching, with Riley crouched beside her, putting on a worried act. He claims she slipped, and with her memory blurred, she can't say otherwise. Later, Elisa arrives at the shop, brimming with excitement. Lily's flower shop just ranked 7th on a list of Boston's best new businesses. Atlas's rooftop restaurant landed number 1. When Riley sees the article, he coldly insists Lily read Atlas's interview. In it, Atlas speaks of a girl who inspired it all, a girl with a heart carved into memory. Lily's unease deepens. In a moment of jealous rage, Riley snaps, lunging at Lily and biting down on her shoulder, right where her heart-shaped tattoo rests. Startled and terrified, she shoves him off with all her strength and escapes the apartment. She runs straight to the only place she feels safe, Atlas's restaurant. Atlas immediately notices something's wrong. Without hesitation, he rushes her to the hospital. While being examined, Lily receives unexpected news. She's pregnant, and the father is Riley. Later, Atlas brings her to his place so she doesn't have to be alone. Over a quiet dinner, they open up. Atlas reveals something he's never told anyone. When Lily found him in that abandoned house years ago, he was in such a dark place he'd been considering ending his life. But seeing her in the window, and the food she later left for him, made him feel seen, made him want to live. Before dropping her off, he tells her gently that when she's ready for love again, he'll be there. Lily opens up to Elisa, who's heartbroken over what her brother did. When Lily asks about Emerson, Elisa reveals Riley accidentally shot and killed him as a child, something that's haunted him ever since. Elisa, ever the protective best friend, sits Lily down and speaks from the heart. While she hopes Lily can eventually find peace, and maybe even forgiveness, she draws a clear line. If Lily even considers staying with Riley, their friendship ends there. "I refuse to stand by while someone I love stays in harm's way," she says. That's loyalty. Lily, ready for a fresh chapter, moves into a cozy little house to prepare for her daughter's arrival. Jenny comes to support her, helping paint walls, set up furniture, and build a crib from scratch. Riley stops by, trying to make amends and offering to help. He pleads with Lily to come back home, but she doesn't waver. She watches him leave, knowing she made the right call. Eventually, Lily gives birth, with Riley by her side. She names the baby Emmy, after Emerson. The name moves Riley to tears. Afterward, Lily gently tells him she wants a divorce, not out of resentment, but to protect Emmy from ever seeing the kind of hurt Lily endured. Riley, defeated, agrees and walks away. Later, Lily brings Emmy and her mom to visit her father's grave, a quiet symbol of closure. Years pass. Lily blossoms, running her flower shop and raising Emmy in peace. One afternoon, while out in town, she crosses paths with Atlas. They're both unattached. One glance says it all. Maybe, just maybe, this is a new beginning. And that's how our story ends. What did you think about the ending? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown.